Okay, before answering to this question, let's talk a little bit about the history of these two softwares. I want to start with Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator was first developed by Adobe from Apple Macintosh on 1986, and also after that, Adobe released a different version of Adobe Illustrator for Windows, and there's a lots of version of Illustrator for that are available for Windows and Mac, and they're coming in 32 bits and also in 64 bits with different versions. Adobe Illustrator is started with first version, and the latest version of Adobe Illustrator is CC 2016. You can find graphic designers without understanding of Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator is a very powerful graphic software. You can create vector graphic, you can create drawings, and I want to tell you something, that Adobe Illustrator is vector based. That is the thing that make a huge differentiator between Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Most of the people ask this question, what is the difference between Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator? That is the thing. The first big difference between Photoshop and Illustrator is the vector based. And also, I don't want to go in depth of these differences between Photoshop and Illustrator, but I just want to tell you that you have to notice that Adobe Illustrator is vector based. Everything that you will create on the user interface of Illustrator on your canvas, it's vector based. It's process as a very complex mathematical process. If you zoom in, extremely zoom in to your canvas, you don't lose your quality, and that is the thing. Actually, if you want to see, Adobe Illustrator is a multi-target software, and that makes Adobe Illustrator very popular, very famous among graphic artists and among digital artists. You can use it to create printable contents. We can use to create still graphics for motion graphic, for After Effects, and it's very cool. I use Illustrator every day for my motion graphic project. I use Illustrator for UI and UX design, and Adobe Illustrator is under the Adobe Creative Cloud family, and you can download the trial version of Illustrator from Adobe website. Okay, that was a brief story and introduction of Adobe Illustrator that I know most of you guys know about it, but understanding a little bit about history of Illustrator and history of a software will make you more confident on that softwares, and it will help new buy people. Okay. Now let's talk about Sketch. Okay, Sketch is a vector graphic application for OS X platform, and Sketch was first released on 7 September of 2010 by a Dutch company, Boeim Coding, and on 2012 it won Apple Design Award of based application. It's very popular nowadays among graphic artists, especially UI designers, UI and UX designers. And if you search about UI and UX topics, if you talk about UI and UX design, you might find Sketch name on that topic. I believe me, Sketch is very popular nowadays, and most of the people jump from traditional softwares like Photoshop, like Illustrator, like these other softwares. They prefer to use Sketch for different pros and cons that we'll talk about it in the next lesson. Sketch is only available for Mac. There's no Windows version. You cannot find Windows version, and that is the thing. If you're a Windows, you might not access to Sketch. And for using Sketch, you have to empty your pocket money, and you have to buy very pricey. Okay, we talk about these two softwares. Both of them are vector-based softwares. Both of them are very powerful. So, which one is good for you? Which one is good for UI and UX designers? We'll get through it in the next lesson.